Hi, and welcome back to part 3 of my tensor ring haul. Last time I think I said that I had 3 tensor rings to show you. That is incorrect. I have 4 tensor rings to show you. So let's just get into it. And first things first, I want to pick up from this one. So you'll recognize this one. This is get some light in here, shall we? This is the harmonizer. And in the middle there, this part, which is actually like movable, right? You see that? I don't know if you can see that, but so this part right here, this like springy part, is what is called an AccuVac. And an AccuVac takes negative energy from one end and shoots it through the other end. So it pulls the negative and then it pushes positive or life-giving energy out the other end. And so people use AccuVacs for pain. People use AccuVacs for like injuries and stuff. But it works. AccuVacs do, at least from the maker that I get them from, they do work. And so there is an AccuVac in the middle of these 3 tensor rings. Each of these 3 tensor rings has a bead. So it's like a whole little like energy system happening here. So this is the first new one that you're seeing. I have an AccuVac coil that is silver plated. This is a sacred cubit. Now you'll notice that it's not like wound. It's not tensored, I guess would be the way to describe it. So we've got this coil, and at the very end, this is the bead, of course. And at the very end here is a tiny little sacred cubit, just to help keep the energy clean and clear. This is a great piece. I really enjoy this piece. It definitely works, and you can see it's like a little flexible as well. So I keep this right on my dash. That is always pointed toward me. I need all the energy help I can get. So, but then when I do feel like I need to use it specifically, I do. I use it specifically on different points. So that's a really cool piece that I can, of course, as always, talk about some other time. There's so much to cover with tensor rings. It's kind of crazy. So that's that one. And then I wanted to show you a pendant that I have. So this is what these 3 tensor rings are: a Ramu cubit, a Viking cubit, and a sacred continent cubit. So the sacred continent cubit is different from a sacred cubit. And really I got this pendant mostly to test out the Viking cubit energy vibes. And I'm pretty pleased with this. I do enjoy wearing this, and I find that it brings out certain aspects of myself and sort of enhances certain parts of me. So this is a cool piece. I like this piece. And just like the sacred, lost, and empowerment cubits, those vibrations and the information, the scalar information in those vibrations, they work together. It's like a little trio. This is another trio. So the Ramu, Viking, and sacred continent cubits are sort of their own little trio. And it's nice. I like it. I haven't worn it in a while, but it is nice. I really do like this pendant. So that's that one. We've got 2 left. Okay, so for the first of the last 2, I have this guy. This is, I guess you could call it, oh, this is just like sticking way out there. I guess you could call it a helmet, really. So here it is. This is a really nice piece that I enjoy. I do enjoy wearing it. I need to like remember to wear it more. It's like goddess vibes, right? And it's it's nice. It's basically 3 sacred cubits that they've, joined, right? So that's basically what it is. But I really do enjoy this. I think that, well, I want to try and wear it more often. Like, I want this to be something that I wear, like, basically every day with the, these other tensor rings that I wear around my neck. I would love for this to be a more regular piece. But it got all messed up because when you live in a car and you take something like this off and you don't really have a place to store it, it gets really messed up. So I have to kind of reshape it all over again because I had shaped it to my head and then I took it off and it got all jacked up. But this is nice. It's also so it's a helmet for like humans, but horses respond really well to this. So apparently they put this on horses' heads, and horses have benefited from using this. So there's other versions for your eyes, for your nose, that sort of stuff. So yeah, this is a cool tool. I like it. I don't think it would. I mean, if I had like a big fake thing of hair and like, oh, I could make this look so good. I could make it look good. So I do plan on it, but winter's a little tough. But in the summer, I'm gonna this is gonna be cool. Anyway, and then the last one. So this last one is, I love it. It is just a sacred cubit, but it is what is called a new dimension sacred cubit. So let me give you an up close look. I mean, isn't this just gorgeous? Look at that. And there's the joint. So I always talk about the joint, like look at the joint. Here's the joint right here. And what is a new, a new dimension tensoring? Well, a new dimension tensoring is when they take tensoring, they fold it in half, and they spin, and then they fold it in half again, and then they spin again. So it is, doubly, or I guess technically speaking, like kind of like quadruply all up on itself. And then they do the gold, silver, and then they end on silver. So this is a very powerful tool. When I first got it, and even still now, it is like there's like a cool sort of streamy wind going through this thing. It's pretty crazy to feel. When I first got these two, and then this guy, so Sacred, Lost, and Empowerment. All the 4 of these are from the same maker. All of like this and this and this, all from the same maker. So, but when I first got these 3, of course they stick out when they want to, and then now I want to show them off, and they're like, no. Okay, so when I first got these 3, I held all 3 of them at once as I was taking them out of the package, and it almost like, it basically shocked me. It was like an electrocution. I couldn't hold them. I just couldn't hold them. All together, all 3 of them together, I couldn't hold. This one, when I got these 2 together, and when I took this out of the package, I could immediately feel that, like, it's like a cool, I don't know how to describe it, but it's I don't know how to describe it, and I feel it now. Like it's there now, but it's tough to describe. It's like there's a stream or something going through here, and it's like super gentle and awesome. It's very cool. I'm very excited to work with this more. Currently I am keeping this underneath my pillow at night, and then also when it's not under my pillow, most of the time it's under my pillow, otherwise it is by, I have some books in the front here. I keep it by my books to try to protect my books because I don't have a tensor ring there for them. I should. I know I should. But this is it. I do want to give a shout out to another tensor ring that I no longer have. It was a normal, it wasn't a new dimension. I've been waiting years for a new dimension, but it was a normal size sacred cubit tensor ring that was gold plated with 3 gold plated beads. And I'll put it this way. I set it somewhere that it needed to be. And then people, including new people that I had never met before, had access to it. And at that moment, it was gone. I actually knew that it was gone. And then when I went later to check for it, it was gone. So I hope that tensor ring is like doing what it needs to do wherever it needs to be and all that fun stuff. And that nothing unfortunate happened to it, because these are really, truly, really like great pieces. And that tensor ring was made by the same maker as this guy and all these other ones. So want to give a shout out to that. I'll replace that one soon enough, but it still sucks, you know? So anyway, these are just very special pieces to me, and I cherish them, and I just don't know what I would do if they just signify so much to me to have them for my own personal reasons. And so, yeah. So, you know, just like a normal day, just a normal day in the life, just, you know, just hanging out with my tensor rings. Just very, oh, look at all the tensor rings. Yep. Yeah, look at that. Look how great that is. But these are my guys. These are my tools, and they're amazing. They're really amazing. So anyway, thanks for coming along on this ride with me as I show you my tensor rings. I'm trying really hard to keep everything in like a bite-sized package for you, because I could just go on and on and on. But it has been a pleasure, and I think even a learning experience for me to show off my tensor rings. So thank you again. Hopefully you learned something, and if not, maybe you had a laugh, or you could just like look at pretty things. I like to look at pretty things. These are all gorgeous, and I'm just excited to learn more and to obviously get more tensor rings. So, you know, it is what it is in that regard. But if you would like to follow along, I do plan on filming and recording like my experiments with these, because again, like I do field experiments with these, and like documenting that and chronicling that. So if you would like to help me continue to do that, and if you would like to come along for that ride, I'm gonna leave a link somewhere for that, just because they're just amazing, and I just they're just such a part of my life, and you know, they're just amazing. I don't know, I just want to make sure that that their importance is not overlooked. So something as simple as just doing experiments, weird experiments, you know, out in the open in public and stuff, you know, you'd be amazed. Like I've met tensor ring makers just walking around with my tensor rings on, and people are very like, they're very curious about tensor rings, and like, oh, I love that necklace, or I've only worn this out in public once, but this definitely got some looks. But it's just great to be able to share these with people, and I want to be able to do that in a more substantial manner, would be probably the best way to describe that. So I'll leave a link to that somewhere. But thank you so much again for following along and for, you know, checking them out. And I really hope that you have a just a blessed, wonderful rest of your day or evening, wherever you are in the world and whatever you're up to. So, mwah! Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.